But that's awesome, dude. You're getting married. You're making music with somebody that you care for deeply.
Yeah.
You're gonna make some good stuff, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. We try to write together. Very different styles, so it's hard sometimes, but it's cool. One of the things we love to talk about is that we, a lot of people have issues in their relationships when they're trying to go do music and make a career in this because you don't have time for your partner the way you would if you weren't, a musician. But we get to kind of chase it together, and that's a really cool feeling.
That is cool. You guys ever have like how do you manage like being a couple? You guys been together how long?
5 years.
5 years. So you've been together a long time. How do you manage? Obviously, there's little like bickering, little arguments, disagreements. You guys live together?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so you guys be grocery shopping. You guys be doing all the things. Do you got to leave some of that at the door if you guys are in a writing session, or does that come out? And maybe she starts hitting some high notes, and it's a diss record because you didn't fold the laundry. And she's hitting it, and you're like, man, it sounds so good. The melody's so fire, but I'm so disappointed that I forgot to fold the laundry.
That would be crazy. I don't know what I would do if Lizzie put out a diss record.
That'd be wild. Even if she just had it in the house, just playing when you came home.
Oh, we'd be fighting. That's definitely true.
You have to come back with bars though. You can't fight. You'd have to respond. It's like when a rapper disses somebody and then they get on social media and they respond. No, you got to respond bars with bars.
Need a song.
Yeah.
Lizzie, I hope you're watching because we're gonna go bar for bar.
We're gonna
when I get
go bar
home.
from
We're
bar.
gonna see what happens.
What kind of like that's? I mean, dude, that's so cool that you guys both do the same thing, and especially in such a creative field. Do you guys like when you're creating together? What's that like?
It's cool. It's when you're with somebody like that, you're supposed to be the biggest piece of their support system, right? So in the studio, if we're all working together, I can lean over and be like, hey, what do you have? What are you talking about? And kind of bounce ideas off of her and go back and forth. And one of the things I love is I can't sing at all. I will try my best, but I just can't do it.
No, not a singer. Not into it.
But she has a beautiful voice. And so I had this song for my project that I really wanted a like powerful hook for, and I was like, hey, come upstairs, I have this, and she knocked it out in 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, her and Love Peso sat down and wrote it out, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be able to like do that, and then we get to go downstairs and like cuddle and watch SpongeBob. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that's pretty sick. What's the aside from because we've touched on that quite a bit, I think is like probably the biggest theme of this episode is the shared experience that you guys all have together.
Yeah.
Aside from that, what's the biggest pro in your eyes to dating somebody who is an artist? What's the best thing about dating an artist?
To go through it together, I think is amazing.
Well, aside from that though, because you guys be doing that. If pretend right now. You just like, man, I'm just going to manage.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want that for you. I want you to create because that's what's in your heart. You need to create, right? But let's say you're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What would be, because you know your now fiance as an artist and you've known her your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
What's like the best thing about being around somebody like that, dating somebody that is an artist and is so passionate about it?
Well, the passion, definitely, to see that in somebody that you're with is amazing. To see how much she loves it and how much she wants to be constantly creating.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is like, I get to see her perform all the time. We don't perform like any songs that we have together, so I'm always off to the side watching. And when she goes up there, I make sure I get to the front of the stage.
Yeah.
Because she is so good on stage. She's so good live. Through when you're listening on Spotify or something like that, it comes through and you're like, wow, this is good. And then you see her live, and it's like gut busting power coming out of her throat.
You feel it. You could feel it.
Exactly. Yeah. One of her songs off of her last project, Behind the Red Door, Cherry, she holds this big, powerful note out at the end of it, and every time she performs it, the crowd just goes insane.
Yeah.
And that's amazing to see.
That's super cool, man. That's a beautiful thing. I'm very, very happy for you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.